y'all? We live at 7. I was gonna say live at 5, but I was gonna be telling the tale. It's your girl Cole Rose. Oh, I'm supposed to be in the mic. Hey y'all, how y'all feeling? It's your girl Cole Rose. We're in this thing, Sunnyside Podcast, with these Sunnyside children, Eyes on Me Incorporated, Hip Hop Hope, Dope Movement, all came together to do this podcast with the teens of Sunnyside. I'm your host, Cole Rose. This is, oh wait, you said we were gonna do how can they do the roll call on that?
Check it out.
Okay, come on, D-Turn's gonna show us. It's the roll call, y'all. Who in the building today at Sunnyside Podcast?
It's slow, it's easy.
It's the girl.
Hey.
How's it going? Dope Movement roll call.
Roll call, it's the roll call. I'm trying to sing. It's the roll call. Hey, what's up, y'all? What you gotta say? Who's on the mic with Cole Rose today? Hey, it's the roll call. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. Hey.
Every day for the team. No, I can't be beat. I'm only 15, and I'm going hard, and I'm killing the scene.
Hey, that's King K. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. Hey, what? Okay.
I'm not playing today. We about to be up in the podcast, doing it all day.
Hey, hey.
Know that I gotta say, I'm not playing no games. Hip hop is my thing.
Hey,
It's
hey.
the roll call.
It's the roll call. It's the roll call. Hey. Can we please see you? We always see his forehead. And who are you? Who is that? What's up, handsome fella? No freestyle flow. Uh-oh, I done came off of the thing. Uh-oh, y'all. All right. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. Hey. What you gotta say? Who's on the mic with Dope Movement today?
Yeah, it's your boy Sean, chosen one, in the podcast.
Boy, you got 25,000 muscles over there in that muscle shirt.
Yeah.
That's Sean.
That's it. That's the Sean.
Hey, it's the roll call. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. It's the roll call. Hey.
Renee in her head, now rap. All I do is write songs and I hit a note. I don't know what to say, but
It would have been better if you had Ryan.
All I do is hit a note.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What you got to say? Who's on the mic with Dope Movement today?
Yeah.
Hey, oh, I'm here. Y'all know it's me. Y'all know it's me, right? Y'all know it's me? Y'all know it's me?
Who's on the mic with Dope Movement today?
Really? It's that real chick, Nick, Queen Cole. Rose to the top with that dough.
Yeah.
It's Monday, we just chillin'. About to talk soul ties, and they dealin'. They'll get you, they'll eat you, never mind. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We in this thing, y'all. I'm putting it on Limia. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm the worst. Like, I know y'all stage names, and I still call you something else. Like, y'all know my stage name, but y'all still call me Mama C. Y'all making me old. I know that, right?
You're not old. You're 23.
Like, I just, you know.
You're a good 24, 25.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll even take 34.
No, we should do
No,
that all
no,
the
no.
time, guys. That
Don't
was
play
fun.
yourself.
What'd you say, Andrea?
We do that all the time. That was fun. It was cute, and you know, it was something different.
It was something different.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, D.
But we should try
because
it
we was in
different
here trying to
anytime.
Shibuya and everything. We was messing up.
Bam, bam.
So today, we're talking about, first of all, we thank Heavenly Father for letting us be here and all of that. We're talking about sexual soul ties and what they are. it's very important with our teens today and young adults because folks is out here getting diseases left and right. Not even diseases, diseases. They dying. Okay. And it's diseases. It's not diseases. It's diseases because they are being deceased every day. Children and young adults are dying from these nasty diseases and also stalkerage. That's my word. I came up with it. With stalkerage. I don't know how many of y'all have had stalkerage, but you know, it can come from sexual soul ties. Yeah. People will stalk you and that's your stalker? You talking your stalker?
Huh?
Whoa! So people will stalk you because you know they can't, you know. They like Beyonce, before I let you go, let me do one more thing to you one more time. So it's very important that we understand the importance of sexual soul ties and why we shouldn't just be, you know, having sex before marriage. Now, who am I? Cole Rose, you had sex before marriage. I did, but it cost me. I've had a few stalkers. No diseases, praise the Lord. And yeah, that's what it is. But I know some people, I do know, actively know about 3 people that has AIDS. That's too close to home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting a little too close. Yeah, they have medicine for it, but who wants to be managing their lives through medicine and pills and all that and whatnot? So first of all, we gonna ask each of y'all, what is a sexual soul tie? I'm not asking you if you had one. I don't want to know that. But... do you know what it is? Your understanding of a sexual...
I'm being honest, I don't have an understanding. I'm being honest. I don't have an understanding.
Huh?
I don't have an understanding.
I feel as though a sexual soul tie is when you sleep with someone and you fall like deep. Like that's when your stalkerage come in. You know that handy dandy word when you just can't get rid of that the emotion of that person. It's like you giving your soul, like your heart to someone, and you can't easily grasp to that. That's what I feel like it is.
Right. Very good. Anybody else knows what happens with spiritual soul ties, sexual soul ties?
I have no idea.
What's up? Shout out to Lil Butch, my cousin. Shout out to Lil Butch.
Still can't.
That's my mama, twin brother, son. Tell Darren we love him. My mom is a twin. Really? Yes. Oh, wow. I think I was a twin.
We still can't see you.
I just wanted to be in it.
I got a birthday twin, though.
Sir, you over there. I'm not talking to your forehead, I promise. Okay, Deshaun, anybody want to speak on it?
Okay. I believe
your understanding and things that happen.
Okay. I believe that I have an understanding of what soul ties is. My definition that I have is it's on a deep level. It's like a spiritual bonding. It's like when you sleep with someone, it's like the demons or the spirits that you have that you're facing with. It could be mental illness, it could be depression, anxiety. The things that you're dealing with, it can easily go over to another person just because of the sex that y'all have. And that's why it's important to just not, sleep in a bed with any and everybody, because they can be going through something and it can be easily transferred to the next person through sex. So that will create a soul tie.
Yeah, and not just sleeping in the bed. It can happen, but it can happen that way, just being around people. But it's easier with sexual soul ties. Darren, do you have anything to say?
Actually, I learned about this when I was deployed, and I dove really deep into the Word and talking to God a lot. It's like what Lemuel said, if you ever seen that movie, I forgot the movie it's called, where the demons was jumping on people, and it would transfer from person to person. Like when you have sex with somebody, you open yourself up. It's just like doing drugs or drinking alcohol. You open yourself up to the spirit realm, but you're particularly opening up to that next person that you're with. So whatever demons they got, y'all have now shared them. And it's also in the Bible where Jesus was walking along and he saw this lady. And the lady was, you know what I'm saying, talking about she ain't got no husband and all this stuff. And he was like, they had a longer conversation. But he was like, you're right, you don't have a husband, you have many husbands. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had been, I think it was in Luke or John. It's John 4:17. She said, I have no husband. She replied, Jesus said to her, you're right when you say you have no husband. The fact is you have 5 husbands, and the man you now have is not your husband. What you have just said is quite true. And, sir, the woman said, I can see that you are a prophet. He said, our ancestors worship on this mountain, but you Jews came to the place where we must worship is in Jerusalem. And, they're going to have this conversation, but what I'm getting at is that little piece that he said to that woman, let me know, like, every time you sleep with somebody, you become married to them in spirit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Marriage ain't about the ring. We did that. You know what I'm saying? When Adam and Eve got married, they ain't have rings. You feel what I'm saying? It gets deep. You know what I'm saying? Like Adam asked God for permission, to wed Eve. And then they had sex and they had kids. So, and that's
what is it in the Bible?
In the book of Adam and Eve, and they took it out along with all the
other
books. You
can't talk about no other books.
I'm sorry, it's non-canon anymore. It's in the Dead Sea Scrolls. But yeah, spirituality, yes. I'm sorry. It was biblical for the white man. Anyways,
we trying to keep this thing going.
I get too deep. I'm sorry.
It's okay. If y'all want to talk anything biblical, you can talk to the Eternal later. Anything whatever.
Non-canon.
Yeah. She's so innocent. I'm not even asking you nothing about sexual soul ties.
Moving on.
She's so innocent. She don't know.
I don't want to know if you know. Like,
I have no idea.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
TT.
That was a good answer.
Someone get TT and Mike.
TT, I know I came outside and you were saying something at the bottom of them stairs, but I think you was making fun of this boy here. Yeah. What you was saying?
I don't even remember. I just be talking sometimes.
TT some else.
Oh, God.
Look at him, on God. You either. You don't know nothing about no sexual soul ties
You
either.
don't know why.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Jesus.
Tell us.
Mr. Fourth grader, you don't know nothing about it. You don't know nothing.
Y'all bad. Y'all bad. That is horrible.
He just told that story. Mr. Fourth grader, you know nothing about soul ties.
Well, I'm here to tell you, they real, as virgin as I am, I ain't have a lot of sex. I didn't until, whatever.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Praise the Lord. Didn't have a lot of them, but, some of them that I did. And what I've experienced is it's not just diseases. You can get a whole stalker that will kill you and then you'll be deceased. You understand what I'm saying? So I had one. How many stalkers I had?
You had you told us like 30.
I had 2 real stalkers.
You had one recent one.
Oh Lord. You ever just get caught? I'm on live. Hey, what they saying? I never have been tied to anyone without feelings though. That's Tukey. Hey, Tukey. We seen a picture of Grandma Bank earlier, and you look just like her. But nevertheless, that's my cousin Tukey. She says, I've never have been tied to anyone without feelings, though. What does that mean? What are you saying, Tukey? Reword that. I'm slow.
I'm
assuming it is like...
She said, I never have been tied to anyone without feelings, though. So what you're saying, Tukey, is... I don't even want to say what I think you're saying, so I want you to reword that so that I don't say nothing bad.
What's she saying and on a personal level that had to be emotions involved? Is that what
for her to be tied. But okay. I think what we're saying is spiritual ties, like sexual soul ties.
Yeah.
Things that are invisible, things that like if we're not looking in the spirit, we will miss. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ever seen when... I'm not going to ask y'all no personal questions. I'm just saying maybe you've known when somebody first begin to have sex and then their mama or teacher say, what got into you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you change. Something changed, I
guess she was trying to say that she was already tied with that person. She was already tied to that person emotionally.
Tukey says, I have to have feelings to develop a soul tie. Yeah. You don't, Tukey.
You don't. Yeah.
You don't. We talking about something totally different. You don't have to have feelings at all to develop a sexual soul tie. It is what it is. It's what God did, Like, it is what it is. Gravity is what it is. If I'm holding this here and I let it go, it's going to do what? I could tell it all day, don't do this, don't do that. but it's gonna fall because that's the rule. So when you tie yourself to with anybody, it is what it is. If I mix black and white, I'm going to get gray every time. Different shades of gray depending on how much black or white I mix. I'm an art teacher, sorry. But I'm just saying, when you mix two things together, it's inevitable. It don't matter if we want them or not. A soul tie is not necessarily, I can't get over this person. Yeah, that's a part of it. But when you mix yourself spiritually, when out goes in or however, whatever, you become one and your soul locks, period. You may not want the person. You may not even, tied to them in the form of, I'm addicted to them. I got to be around them every day. Da, da, da. No, but sometimes it'll come through in different ways. Their problems all of a sudden will be your problems. I know a person that ain't had no financial problems, had sex with somebody who did, started having all type of financial problems. It is what it is. It's real. Sexual soul ties is real. So I can't agree with that, cousin, because it's not about if I like a person or not at all. It's just about what I'm open to at that time. And when we are disobedient to God, we open ourselves up to many things. Have I been disobedient? Yes, plenty of times, but I've opened myself up plenty of times. But knowing spirit, I was able to catch it. Some people is blind as a bat. Tuki, shut up. She talking about one time. I know.
We're about to spend this whole podcast on debate.
I know her with them questions. She talking about one time. One time, Tuki. It's real. Sexual assault, it don't matter. It's not a religious thing. That's why I don't go with religion. Like, you have sex one time, this will happen. You have sex two times. No, it all depends on what is open in your soul. You know what I'm saying? The many people call them chakras and all this. Whatever is open up in your soul and is able to download. If you have on the full armor of God, we wouldn't be having sex with whomever one time anyway. But that's a whole nother thing. Like, I'm not downing nobody because I've done it. But what I'm telling you is being on a whole nother different spectrum of it, I get it now. And it's not what's up.
So basically, you basically saying is like any type of problem you have is gonna jump on that person. It can jump on that person, but at the same time, when you think about it, you also gotta think, why did God do this? Why did He create the sick?
No, you coming with some good stuff. Come on.
Soul ties. Because like at the end of the day, you also think about, you don't know. Like, I know some people probably made a couple mistakes. Trust me, I made a couple. But you also have to think about, like, at the end, you don't know who you really put in your life. You put your life, every time you have sex or anything, you put your life in jeopardy. It don't matter what's going on at the time, it's still you still basically giving your life to a
piece of yourself.
A piece of yourself to somebody. But at the end, you also think about, like, for example, like, once you do that one thing, you think about it, you like, dog, I shouldn't did it. But you regret it a lot. Then at the end, you also think about, he trying to show me something. He trying to show me I need help. But once you figure out what he's trying to tell you, everything he sends you or do to you, he's telling you a message.
So you're saying that you think God put this like this so that when you do stuff like that, or when you do sleep with someone, it's teaching you a lesson from the person you slept with. Okay, he had financial problems. Now, like, this is a lesson of learning, hey, how to deal with that situation or something. That's what you're saying?
Yes, I'm saying.
Look at get some cash here. She not playing. She like, don't play with my money. This one here. Get some cash here.
Exactly.
Can I say something on it?
Go ahead, Mom.
I would say God didn't create anything for punishment. He didn't create any. It just so happens to be it just is what it is, because he created it to create more life and to beautify it. But because of how we took what he made, something so beautiful, and now we spreading it all around to different women. I think that's what I heard down them stairs or something like that. But yeah, so he made Adam and Eve, and he showed us everything he do. He showed us a model, you know, Adam and Eve, boom, 1 and 1. He said, husband, cleave to your wife, not your wives, you know.
But man created that thing of saying, that's what my granny told me. She told me that it's not right for a man to have many wives because God made Eve and Adam.
That's right. God would have made a man and a bunch of women.
Man made that situation. Man said something about slaves. Man created slaves. Man created wives. Man created all different type of things that's not supposed to be good, that's not good, but yet it's still in the Bible because it happened.
Right. There you go.
Good.
There you go.
So that's something to keep in mind. Like a lot of times we had debates about men having multiple women. It's fine for a man to sleep with multiple women, but not for a woman. And I be like, hold up, nope, because you know that reason and this reason. But you just got to keep in mind like that's not good. Even Abraham, even God.
Yeah, they were making mistakes back then. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you can't follow in their footsteps because they still die. But you learn from their situations. Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like, for example, it's just like when your mama tell you to do something, but you bump your head so many times that she can't keep helping you and picking you back up. You gotta learn on your own how to stand on your own, and also how to choose your battle and when to fold.
But like this is a question.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. It's like once you like God put Adam, Eve, and I forgot the other people's name.
It was just Adam and Eve at first.
Adam and Eve. He put them down for us to see how it was gonna go. Like everything is a lesson, and everything is a lesson, and once we get it, it's a return because once we get it, we don't know how to deal with it, and we don't know when the consequences is gonna come. Once you fight that battle, you also have the things to think about, like, did I win or did I lose? Everything you do, you jeopardizing that your mistake, and also you jeopardizing your life because at the end you don't know what's gonna happen.
Lemuel?
Like he be saying,
I'm sorry,
stuff,
Deshaun.
but like you don't know how to word it, and he be saying really deep.
This girl here, who is she? Who are you? No, he really does. He really does.
He don't know how to word it. I'll be getting it.
I got it too, boo.
Bro, I agree with.
She the most honest person ever been.
Really, and it's good to be blunt, it's good to be bluntly honest. But however, I agree with certain things that you were saying. Like, I believe that God did put those two individuals upon the earth just so down the line people can look back and say, okay, they did this, so how about we use that as an example and not do that? Okay, so I get what you were saying with the financial situation where, okay, two individuals did this. Okay, now that I see now that I see the problem, now let me find a solution. Now let me do different. Basically, that's what you were saying. Okay, if I slept with this person and I created a soul tie to whereas I was lacking financially, how about when I evaluate that? Yeah, let me learn from it and let me move on and let me do different.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it'd be a lesson.
Yeah.
So, like, say for example, I'm not gay, but like, say for example, you and Justin together, right?
Well, just give somebody else. Lord, this is a sweetie pie of y'all.
What about him and him?
No, just say anybody else.
A and B.
There we go. A and B.
This child is confused.
A and B.
This child
sleep together, right? And say A had something going on with their parents. They had something going with their parents, but the B was really close with their parents, but they fall out because they slept together. So B learned by B situation with their parents going downfall, they now learn how to build something up from the ground, relationship wise. Because at first their relationship was so good with their parents, they never knew how to build one. So once that soul tie happened, they learned, hey, when something goes wrong, let me go fix it, and now I learn how to build a relationship. You feel me? So sleeping with somebody and catching some demons, maybe you learn from what they going through, and you learn how to figure out life with what they do.
Yeah, there's hard lessons though, and I don't want any more hard lessons. Hey, Amy.
Yeah.
I'm on live. Amy always calls and interrupts my live. Hey, Amy.
I have a
You
serious,
should be here today.
I have a serious question. Yeah. Like, is there such thing as positive soul ties? Because I feel as if you can sleep with a person and you could pass on bad energy, I feel as if somebody is,
That's how it was designed.
Yeah, I feel as if
you
they
definitely do.
We're only speaking upon the bad perspective of it. When I feel as if there is a good perspective,
There can be.
there can be.
But there's rules and rules in all of this though. Like in life, like I told you, it's rules, and some things you can't get back. So I would rather not catch AIDS, or rather not become schizophrenic, or you know what I'm saying, just to get a good part. God can give me that. Yeah. Then you're making the person your God. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to, they smart. Let me go have sex with them. No, that ain't how it go.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay. What you saying?
No. What I'm saying is like, okay.
Amy say there are no nice demons. There are no nice demons. There are no nice demons.
Well, I'm not speaking upon demons. I'm just speaking it on the good attributes of a person. I bet when you and Pop decided to get married, and that's what ties it all together. When you and Pop decided to get married and y'all decided to sleep with one another, I promise that there had to be some good attributes about you that rubbed off on him.
That's what I'm definitely, but it's not a 50-50. It's not a give and take when it comes to that, though. So that's why I don't want people to get it twisted.
Both bad and good rubbed off.
You can, but say like this weight. When you gain weight, okay? It's been heck for me to get my baby weight off, but it was so easy to put it on. And that's the same thing with demons. Yeah, I have I wouldn't trade my son for the world. That's maybe not a great example, but you know what I'm saying? It's hard to get stuff off. And it's very, very, very hard to just get demons up off of you and out of you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, of course you can get positive things, but you just don't go around sleeping with people trying to get positive attributes, because you probably pick up more demons than you will positivity. And why? And who cares when God can give you anything without having sex with anybody? That's all I'm saying.
Have you ever read about Solomon? Yes, I have. Do you know that he had 700 wives and 300 concubines?
Hey, Jesse Mitchell.
Do you have you ever read into the way he was though? He asked God for all this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He had all these wives, and that wasn't what God God will allow something, but that don't mean He approves it. You feel what I'm saying? And Solomon, he had all this knowledge, but he was one of the most depressed people you've ever heard in the Bible. Mm-hmm. He's like, woe is the person with all this knowledge and wisdom that I got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When I heard that he had all, I didn't know that till 2 weekends ago when we walked into the wrong church to go. We were supposed to be rapping. We walked to the wrong church, and their sermon, the dude was like, he had 700 wives and 300 concubines, and I'm like, what? So I went to research, and I'm like, maybe that was a big reason that Solomon has so much going on besides his mental capacity that was far beyond any human on earth at that point in time. But he had all these spirits from all these other women. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I get it. But understand, you can do that, walk around, but God ain't exactly saying that's fine. You feel what I'm saying?
So I wanted to say something. So, in the beginning, we had the tree of knowledge. Yeah. And they ate from the tree, and that was cast as a sin.
We're going to call it what it is. The tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Yeah, good and evil, right?
Okay.
So they ate, and it was cast as sin. Now you're talking about Solomon, right? And his knowledge and how he was sad with the knowledge. And I understand maybe it was because of the soul ties that he had. But also let's think, maybe the real truth of the world is so it's something that it's so bad that's something that we don't suppose to.
It is, because
it's maybe God is saying, hey, you want this knowledge, but knowledge is not for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
maybe that's
he says, out of all things, seek wisdom. Okay? So that's just basically eating off the tree of life and talking to God about everything. You know? He told him, y'all can eat off the tree of life, but don't eat off the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay? And the way when God was speaking to me about it, he explained it was one was a religious tree.
Yeah.
One was black and white. This is good, this is bad. And he gonna tell you day by day, moment by moment, whether something is good or bad. Something may be good for me today that's bad for me tomorrow. But there's also other things that are generally that he don't want me to do. But he could generally say it's okay for Andrea to do. You know what I'm saying? And then there's just things that are just horrible, like killing people. But he had David kill Goliath, right? So there's a time to kill. Feel me? There's a time for everything, and you must ask God. And I feel P. Diddy coming on with something. I just feel him in my spirit.
Oh, yes, that's your name. Yeah,
Nah,
that's
it's just
P. Daddy right
when you were
there.
saying that something hit me. It's basically like cause I'm basically in college right now, and I was reading a sociology book, and it was saying people can't experience something they don't know about. Like this dude, he went to this place and he was asking the students about debt. And when he asked the student, he was like, "How much debt you have?" And the student was looking at him crazy, and he was like, "You don't know what debt is?" They was like, "Nah." It was like when you owe somebody a lot of money. And then they was like, no. So I feel like one thing is like when they ate that fruit, they knew so much, so they started getting like bad ideas. Probably they just, they had a certain way of living. Like they didn't know exactly everything was going on, but they knew that it was okay. They were safe. But when they ate that tree of knowledge, that's when the devil was allowed to plant like different like ideas in their mind and stuff. And I feel like as human, like that's one thing, bro. It's like you have good knowledge and bad knowledge. Like you can learn how to fix a car, or somebody can teach you how to go rob somebody and make a lot of money. So it's just that hit me. It's different type of knowledges you can learn and different things like that. That's the only thing I want to say.
That's what I was trying to say. Like asking the question of that makes like a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. Once they figured out what like you can't experience, like what you just say. You said you can't
experience something you don't know.
You don't know
Right.
about. So once you know something, like say for example, people know about sex, right? So now they want to experience it because they know.
because they're
And it's
curious.
bad.
It's an
Wow.
idea that's been
That's
planted
what
in
I
their
was
head.
saying. So it's the knowledge of knowing makes you do bad. That's why God don't want us to know so much.
Ooh, look.
That's
What this man just said, because I was going to read it. What did he say, Jesse Mitchell? What he just said?
It says knowing something too soon is bad for us.
Yeah. I know all about that. Lord have mercy. I found out too much stuff too soon.
That's so true. Like you could be like, oh, nobody knows what say you don't know what murder is, but then you find out what murder is. Now I want to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, kind of. Not really. No.
Huh?
Yeah, kind of. Never mind.
It's not
I don't kind of want to kill nobody. I mean, like, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
You never got so mad before and be like,
Not
Look,
really.
you also gotta.
Not the real stuff. Okay, not really trying to kill nobody,
but you'll be that.
You can be that mad to where you, never mind. Everybody different though. I know people want to kill people. I'm not one of them, but I want you to live to get better after I pop you. Yes, that's it.
But
I'll just let God handle
to
it.
add something to the man said on your Facebook Live. Yeah, you right. It's too early. It is too early for us to learn different things, but you can't. People like at the end of the day, people also gotta think about that. When you don't learn and you don't know, like you also, excuse me, brother.
The point of us not knowing it, so we won't do it.
Yeah, but you also got to think about what's the problem with us not knowing. Just like if you have a question in math and you don't know how to do it, what's that? That means
But like that's a different thing. Like in life, like people gotta like, for example, when like for example, I don't know if this is a good example, but for example, Lucifer. When Lucifer found out how beautiful he was and how gracious he was to God, he started to feel like he was better than God because God held him right here.
Yeah.
So once he had the knowledge of, hey, I'm this, he rebelled.
Yeah.
So that's what humans do. We know something, we know about sex, and now we want to do it, even though we're rebelling against God.
But you gotta go ahead.
Now we know about it. And people these days are starting to held sex here. So now we feeling like, oh, I know about it. Now let me do it.
But you
Right.
also gotta think about that. You try it's just like food. It's just like food wise. When you try different type of food, fruit, anything. It's really telling you like just like how our culture is eating fried chicken and pork chops and stuff like that. But when you go out and you try something different, I start to like this. I like that.
What are you talking about? Different women?
No.
No, he's
Oh, okay,
saying different foods.
I know he say different food, but what is he comparing this to? Because we're talking about sex.
Knowledge. He compared it to
He could- yeah, he could-
Knowledge.
Lasagna.
Okay, I'm like,
But you have to understand that. Okay.
wait a minute.
That's why we speak
This is
parables.
my nigga.
Okay, but you have to understand that.
Getting
everything-
hungry.
Yeah, everything is pre-designed. So it's like God already put it. Like He already wanted you to know this at this particular time. It was like. It wasn't just something that dawned upon you. He
Who
already
watched
has it.
Legion?
But what
We did. I love Legion.
I love Legion. And remember when
The movie Legion.
when the angels
Never seen it.
told them, he said when the baby wasn't supposed to be born because God did not write this. So everybody's life is written.
Yeah.
Everyone's life is written. So I don't necessarily feel like God wrote you to do wrong, but I feel like God probably gave you an opportunity to say, I'm gonna write this and see what he do. See if he gonna obey me.
Man is a
Or
free
like-
agent to make his own choice.
But you
That's what I.
Okay, now what you finna say before you walked out of here? Because I got something to say.
She got something to say.
Basically what she was saying, I was just saying that man is a free agent to make his own choice. However, some of the choices that you make have already been written. That's all I was gonna say.
Hey, Harold, congratulations on your movie. I be speaking to people.
What is like?
Q Visual says God gives you free will. Yes, he gives us free will, but look. Somebody Google sexual sins is the worst sins. I'm the worst because I done read all the Bible and I be forgetting what is where.
You read the
It
whole Bible?
says
a lot of
what you
stuff
just
to
said?
remember.
All sins are the same.
They're not.
They're not.
I never.
This is in the Bible.
I don't think that.
And somebody made
Who
that
told
up.
you that?
Somebody made the Bible. I'm telling you.
You can literally
Be
like,
quick to listen, because I'm not going to lie to you ever.
Okay.
Okay? The Bible says, and that's why I said look it up. I'm finna give you the verse. That sexual sins are the worst sins because you're sinning against your own body. You're bringing all these demons into your own body, right? You're not sinning against anyone else. You're bringing this stuff into your own self. Sexual sins are the worst because all this stuff that you're swapping so many spirits, like so many. God can forgive all sins the same. Murder, sex, lying, cheating, stealing, whatever. He can forgive all sins the same, but they're going to have a different effect on you. They're the worst. They bring the most death. Okay? They end life the quickest. The wages of sin is death. So look it up. I'm going to look it up for y'all and I'm going to give y'all the verse. But it says it. It says sexual sins are the worst type of sin.
So
Period.
murder, not even.
No, sex.
Sex, okay.
Sexual sins. Sexual immorality is the worst type of sin.
Mama, what was
Why
that
do you
comment?
think
Period.
murderers don't catch HIV and that kills people? You know what I'm saying?
Well, they might
you
get
you
murdered
receive.
back.
Well, you might get murdered back. But I'm just saying that's
What's up, Don? Shout out to Don.
God ain't
Shout out to
designing for
Nurse V.
two men and two women to be together, and that's just the fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a sexual immoral sin. And now you got AIDS. A lot of times that happens to people.
Well, it says it in the Bible. They
You get the
receive the
death
penalty,
penalty within
inside
your
of them
body.
for it.
Oh, that's
Inside
how
of
y'all
your
know
body.
y'all
So
y'all
if you
tied
say-
spiritually.
so-
I mean, y'all was
so
on the
if you
same
say-
level at the same
So say
time.
you.
Oh,
That's kind of rude. But say you slept with a man and you're a man.
She's crazy.
yeah.
Gotta put that there. Ha.
But it's not even just homosexuality that's
So,
a sexual
okay,
immoral
say if
sin.
I
It's
sleep
more than
with
that.
Someone, right. Okay, let's say that. Something gonna be planted inside me. Like what?
Huh?
Hold on.
Yeah,
Like
you got to talk to God. That's what I'm saying. Like, we planting a seed. Go read your Bible. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, my sister always told me that if you plant a bad seed, a bad tree gonna grow. But if you plant a good seed, a good
And
seed will grow.
it depends
So
on where the soil you.
Yeah, so she
the
said
seed could be
always
wonderful.
pick a good
That
seed.
remind me of a movie.
Yes,
It was a
Yeah,
it was
but
a
the seed can
poll
be wonderful. This is in the Bible too. I'll be giving the CRV. The seed can be wonderful, TT, but if where you're planting it is bad, it ain't gonna grow.
Yeah.
Right? If the land is hard and if the soil is not watered and fertile, like
So-
it don't matter if you drop it there.
So you're saying, for example, I have good intentions on helping you, but you're a bad person. And I try to give you a piece of what I'm trying to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm planting my seed in you,
But it ain't
and
just
I'm trying to grow with you. But now I'm going to fall because I'm trying to grow with you.
You definitely could. Definitely.
So that's an example.
Definitely. Because like these are how much these glasses cost? A lot.
Yep.
If Andrea hand wasn't out, would you just let it go and give them to her? He's not there to reach for it. No, because what will happen? You might break your glasses. That's why the Bible say don't give pearls to pigs, because they will just trample all over them. So I wouldn't hand you my glasses or something that's very expensive, some good stuff, unless you're ready to receive. Like have your hand out, you know what I'm saying? Or ready to receive it in your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's like what old people be saying, like I could give you the spoon with the food on it, or like I could give you the plate, but I can't force the food in your mouth.
You talking about like
Right. Well, that's it's kind of like that. That's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them
you can't
drink.
make them
I'm
drink
gonna lead
it.
you to some good water, but you the only one that can drink it.
Right.
That's what it is.
But what that's a little bit different, because mine would be to give you my water and your hand is not out for it. Then if it's an expensive glass or what, it falls on the floor. Neither one of us can drink it. Right. If I'm not putting it in a good place to be received, then it becomes ruined or it becomes lesser value. You know what I'm saying?
What I was saying, it was just like I could put this food in front of your face, mama, but it's your choice if you gonna grab it. That's all I'm
that's
saying.
true, and that's a very true statement. But it's a little different from what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Like,
She's saying you put it right here, and she decided not to eat it. And say if it sit here for 3 days, that's a wasted seed. So she's saying you can plant your seed in certain places where it could be wasted. But I also saying what you're saying. You're saying is if you put it here, you giving her the opportunity to take the seed. But she was saying you can't keep, like she was saying, you can't keep casting your seed to swines, because if you keep giving this away, eventually you'll run out of your seeds, and you never planted it in a good place, so you can't get a harvest.
I mean, I done dropped the seed and just did it exactly like this. Look,
gotta
just did exactly like this. Look. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I can bring it over here, but guess what? Trust me, I can bring it right back.
okay, so we can continue this forever, but we're running out of time. You guys, anybody ever had a stalker? I want to hear your stalker story. Nobody's had a stalker? Yes, y'all did. Y'all told me in the car.
Andrea, we're not gonna speak on my situation.
Y'all did. Trey 9, you just missed the bulk of the biblical conversation. Shout out to Trey 9.
Oh, my dumb stuff.
Trey 9, where can we find that in the Bible about the sexual sins being the worst? It's in there. I'm going to Google it. And when it's over, I'll put it in the comments for everybody to watch, and I'll also put it online.
TT, you ever had a stalker?
Huh?
Why you said
It might be, but I'm gonna find out. Yes, I did have a stalker.
Relationship and been semi-stalked, but it wasn't problem. I don't know, semi.
I done been on the other end.
Anybody have a knife pulled on them? Anybody ever had a knife?
I done been on the other end.
That's the.
I done been on the other end of the
Hey, Lashandra. He ain't really pulled a knife on me. He pulled the knife on the dude I was with.
He's a Virgo and he was stalking.
Well, he's a Virgo and he stalked me, and I was like, yeah.
For 7 years.
I like to be stalked a little bit.
You gotta think about it.
Nobody wanna stalk.
It's great to have attention, but it's
too
really
much
gotta-
attention make you too thirsty.
It's so weird.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's like you could have much.
The Not So Christian to Me show was created in 2018 with one goal in mind: to have real conversations in a no-judgment zone about living our lives as imperfect Christians so that we can be better. Now, let's face it, we are all in this world trying to figure it out. And along the way, we make mistakes. We are all sinners and need to face reality that we're not perfect. The Not So Christian to Me show will put it all on the table without shame so that we can be better Christians. We will do a deep dive into topics not talked about in some of your traditional churches. We will tap into your responses about love, relationship, businesses, and even lifestyles. Our dialogue will have you in tears of joy, laugh out loud moments, and maybe even sorrow. And most of all, we will lock you into that "this is not over" response to keep the conversation going. For more information and to be a guest on the show, go to www.thenotsochristiantomeshow.com.